If somebody makes a mistake and you say, why did you make the mistake? They say that must be the will of God. What do you mean? I mean, it is all God who is doing. The way He is making me act, that is how I am doing. Is this right? The scriptures also say that God is the doer. Why do the scriptures say that? Is God responsible for our actions? Now some people say, oh Swamiji, I am not at fault. It's my destiny which is at fault. Is this true? What is this destiny? Some people say it's not destiny, it's not God, Swamiji, but still I'm not at fault. What is at fault? It is all the fault of time. It is all time which makes the difference. If I say, okay, do your devotion, when the time comes, I will do it. Reform yourself, when the time comes, it will happen. Now, will time make you do it automatically? We need to understand this very carefully. Why are you not devotional? It is all the will of God. In other words, God is doing everything. Nothing is in my hands. If somebody makes a mistake and you say, why did you make the mistake? They say that must be the will of God. What do you mean? I mean, वही होता है जो मंजूर खुदा होता है. It is all God who is doing. Umadaru. You see, when destiny comes, then your intellect gets affected. You can't do anything about it. We are all controlled by destiny. Kaha muni sahimavant sunu je vidhi likha lilar dev danuj naranag muni ko nameta nihar. Whatever is written in your destiny, that is what will happen. यद्धात्रा निजभालपट्ट लिखितं स्तोकं महद्वाधनं तत्प्राप्नोति मरुस्थलेपि नितरां मेरा उततो नाधिकम्. So the Bhagyavadis will tell you that whatever your pot of destiny, the amount of wealth it has written for you, that is what you will get. If you live in a desert, you will not get less. If you live on Sumeru mountain, you will not get more. So it's futile to endeavor. Just relax. Is this right? And this concept of destiny is being fed by all the Indian TV channels now. They all are running programs for Jyothishis, astrologers. Yesterday in our parking lot, somebody was distributing a palmist, right? Solution to all problems. So what is this destiny? The Sukti Sudhakar says, Ayuhu karma cha vittancha vidyani dhanameva cha panchaitanapi srijjante garbhastasyaiva dehinaha. According to this verse, 5 things are determined at the time of birth. Ayu, your lifespan, karma, your actions, dhan, your wealth, vidya, your knowledge, and nidhan, your death. So whatever is there in your destiny, you will definitely get it. Whatever is not there in your destiny, you will not get, no matter how much you try. Hence it is futile to try. In other words, some people believe that we are trapped by destiny. But you ask them, what is destiny? When you say bhagya, what is bhagya? I don't know, Swamiji, something these Jyothishis tell us. No. Purva janma kritang karma taddaiva miti kathyate. the actions you performed by your free will in your past life, they created your destiny in this life. In other words, destiny just did not fall upon us. It was our own creation. Now, what do you wish to say, Mr. Bhagyavadi fatalist? That we are totally controlled by destiny and there is nothing we can do about it? Yes, that is exactly how it is. But tell me, the rule should be the same in every life. So if you are totally controlled by destiny in this life and can do nothing about it, the same rule should be in the past life as well. Yes. So in the past life also you were controlled by destiny and could do nothing about it. And in the life before that also you were controlled by destiny and could do nothing about it. Bilkul theek. Now if in every life you were controlled by destiny, in which life did you do actions by your free will that created destiny? And if in no life did you do actions by free will, then where did destiny come from? And if in any life you did actions by free will, that means in this life also you can do actions by free will. You are the creator of your destiny. With this concept, we are the doers. But some people who have read the scriptures carefully will say, Swamiji, the scriptures also say that God is the doer. Why do the scriptures say that? Yat kritam yat karishyami tat sarvam namaya kritam tvaya kritam tu phalabhuk. Utilizes the energy. God is the prayojak karta, He is the energy supplier. Just like the powerhouse gives the energy, and then we utilize the energy to put on the lights or the halogens or the spotlights or the sound system. That is our choice. How we use energy is our choice. You can heat the room, you can cool the room. That's not decided by the powerhouse. Or somebody can hold the wrong terminals and get electrocuted. Now don't blame the powerhouse. If you do, the powerhouse will say, look, we gave the power. How you utilized it was your own matter. Similarly, God gives us the power. He gives the eyes the power to see. Now, how do you use it? You can either sit in the cinema hall and watch the latest Bollywood movie, or you can come to the temple and watch the image of God. But if you watch the movie, then don't blame God. Why does God show me movies? God only gave you the power to see. What you see is a choice that you make. Similarly, God has endowed us with a mind. Either you sit and think about Shah Rukh Khan, etc., or you sit and think of God and Guru. But whatever you do, don't blame God for it. The power to think is coming from Him. How you utilize is a choice that you are making. So you are the prayojya karta. Hence, we are responsible for our actions. Now some people say, oh Swamiji, that is all very well. But it's not God's fault. The mess that I am in, it's not God's fault. There's something else that's creating problems. What is that? Destiny. You know, I am not at fault. It's my destiny which is at fault. What is this destiny? Many people feel that they are all tied up by destiny, the Bhagyavadis. They say, Paulastya kathamanyadara. But we do. Sorry? What sorry? I made a mistake. Why did you make a mistake? Hey, Swamiji, to err is human. That means you are the doer. Don't blame God. And if God is the doer, then why should we suffer the karmic reactions? Then in no court can anybody punish anyone. The judge tells the convict, the theft you committed, all the evidence is before me and you should be punished 5 years of RI. The convict says, Your Honor, have you never read philosophy? What we do, we don't do, it is God who does. If you want to punish, give the sentence to God. The judge will say, look, there are 193 countries in the world. The rule of law is the same everywhere. Whatever you do, you are responsible. Don't blame God. So if God is the doer, why should we suffer the karmic reactions? This is grossly unjust. Khana khaye Ramesh, ulti kare Dinesh. God makes us do bad things and we suffer the karma. Let Him free us from karmic bondage and either forgive Himself or suffer it all Himself. The fact that there is a law of karma means that we are the doers. The second point, if God was the doer, then He would make us all either good or make us all bad. Because He's equal. This human form is the one where we have the facility for Purusharth. Perform actions by your free will. Create a destiny. If in this human life we blame destiny and keep sitting, there will be no bigger durbhagya, no bigger misfortune. It is true that there are things that happen to us by destiny. It's true. There are 3 kinds of karmas: Sanchit karma, Prarabdha karma, and Kriyaman karma. So understand this carefully, because many people have questions in this regard. All the karmas we did in endless lifetimes, this is all accumulated. God has an account of it. This is called Sanchit karma, the accumulated stockpile of our karmas of endless lifetimes. But every time God sends us down in the world again, He takes one portion of the Sanchit karmas and He gives it to us. This portion of your karmas you need to bear in this life. That becomes our prarabdha, or destiny for this life. So there is the destiny with which we are sent down. And then at every moment we have a free will. And the actions we do by our free will are called Kriyaman karma. So what we get in life is a mixture of prarabdha and Kriyaman. Consider like this. Dr. Radhakrishna gave this analogy. If you play cards, you are dealt a hand. Let's say you're playing bridge. Now you have to play with the cards that you have been dealt. You don't have the facility to change them. But how you play is not determined. Some people can win with poor hands. Somebody can lose with good hands. That is why the bridge tournaments. Similarly, by your destiny, you got some things in life. Now what you make of it is your Kriyaman. If it was written in your destiny that you will win that American Lotto for 100 million, you'll win it. But whether you blow it all up as most of the winners do, 90% of the lottery winners, or you utilize it properly and multiply it to make it 10 billion, that is your own free will. That is not destiny. So destiny accounts for about 10 to 15% in life. And the rest is your Kriyaman. That is why Kriyaman is more important. There is destiny, but there is no benefit in trying to find it out. Why? Supposing you start doing the rounds with the Joshis. What did the Joshi tell you? Swamiji, he told me that 10 years from now, when my son is about to get married, he will have a heart attack and die. Really? That event is 10 years from now. But 10 years in advance, you started worrying. Hai mera beta mar jayega, hai mera beta mar jayega, hai mera beta mar jayega. The son did not die, the father passed away, he got the heart attack. If you were told a bad destiny, it only created worry and nothing else. And let's say the Joshi told you a good destiny. Don't worry, you are going to go right to the top of the company. You'll get many multiple promotions. Oh really? In that case, why work hard? Let me relax. On being told a good destiny, you became lazy. So what is the advantage of being told a destiny? Rather than trying to find out your destiny, try to make your destiny. That is why the famous Urdu poet Allama Iqbal put it so nicely when he said, Khudi ko kar buland itna. Khudi is your effort. Khudi ko kar buland itna कि हर तकदीर से पहले खुदा खुद बंदे से पूछे बता तेरी रजा क्या है. He says, put in so much of effort that before giving you the result of destiny, God asks you, what is it that you want? Consider another analogy to clarify the point. Let us say that you are cycling on the countryside on a level road. All of a sudden, a hillock appears before you. Now you have to climb the hill. You don't stop out there, the going is becoming difficult. You put in more effort and climb the hill. Similarly in life, sometimes bad destiny comes. You've lost a job, or you've got some health problem or some family problem. So you don't stop there, you put in more effort and carry on. But then the uphill will always not remain. You will then come to the downhill. Now the going has become easy. Similarly, you get a good destiny, life is smooth sailing. But remember, that will also not always remain, because you will come to the flat land again. So the fruits of destiny will come on their own. Don't bother about trying to find them. What is in your hand is your effort. Hold on to the effort and put in that effort. So don't blame destiny as well for poor thoughts, for poor mindsets. Some people say it's not destiny, it's not God, Swamiji, but still I'm not at fault. What is at fault? It is all the fault of time. Purusha bali nahi hota hai, samay hota balwana. Billahi luti gopika, soi Arjun soi ban. It is all time which makes the difference. If I say, okay, do your devotion, when the time comes, I will do it. Reform yourself, when the time comes, it will happen. Now, will time make you do it automatically? Of course not. Time is not going to come. Time is passing by. Remember that. Every moment that has passed will never come back again. We people don't realize. We are so busy celebrating happy birthday. Arey, what is there to be happy about? One more year has gone by. The news of death has come closer. The time is such a thing that is always passing away. That's why Chanakya Pandit said, Sahanis tanmahachidram samoha savibhramaha yan muhurtam kshanam vapi vasudevam na chintayet. The biggest loss in life is that one moment which you did not use judiciously. You did not utilize the potential that God gave to you. So, the art of success is to take full advantage of time. As Robert Louis Stevenson had said in his poem, if you can fill every minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and what's more, you'll be a man, my son. So we have to stop playing the blame game. We have to stop making excuses. And we have to decide, I need to take charge of my life, which means I need to take charge of my mind. And if I detect any defective mindsets, I have to correct them. That is the Purusharth.